As you can see, the ducks are down here. We moved the chicks. We lost Daisy. She was the crippled one. These here ducks got on top of that little pond and they drowned her. She couldn't fight and get out. It was so sad. And then we got the chickens up here. We've winterized, as you can see. The trees are turning. That tree's a turning. That's my grandmother's pin oak she planted over there. I love that pin oak. I've always loved pin oaks. Their color's so vibrant. But we've been through a little bit of a rough time because on October 21st we had my youngest daughter is pregnant, and it was her 7th C-section gonna be. It was gonna be. And she wasn't supposed to get pregnant, but you know, you try and it happens. And so we've been all summer just a nervous wreck because they'd told us that it may be a choice between the two of them. We may have to make that choice, and that was hard. And all summer I've been fretting and worrying over that. And so went to the doctor on the 21st. We had one last camp trip. No, we have two. October and November. Yes, I got gloves on. It's that cold. It's turned off cold. And they said, well, if she'll just, you know, take it easy, if y'all can make sure she takes it easy, she can go. Just take it easy. And we looked up the affiliated hospital, how close it was. And she went camping, and we did real good. Kenzie had a bad flare-up with her eczema, and it was horrible. But finally on Friday, we left on Tuesday for the hour to drive to go camping. Finally on Friday, she, here's all the other chicks. Chick, 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 chick. And she did pretty good. She stayed easy and didn't do much. Yes, the greenhouse is up. It's that cold. And on Saturday morning, she said, I think we're going to have to pack up today instead of coming home Sunday. I said, okay. We started slowly packing up. About an hour later, she said, I think I need to go now. She was cramping and some discharge pretty bad. And, excuse me, I tripped. And we left. I mean, we threw that together. You got to winterize campers. Well, we left. Me, Todd was in his vehicle, I was in mine, and she drove home. We no sooner got home, and she got out, and her water broke. And we took her to the local hospital. Todd had to unload everything himself. Then she, they said, we think we need to transfer you. Yes, her water broke, and it needs to happen. This was 7th C-section. No hospital but the one we didn't like would take her because of her BMI, her anti-E, which is just something a lot of women have, but her age mostly, and the 7th C-section. The one that we didn't like was the only one that would take her. We ended up with some good doctors, Dr. Jeffries and Dr. O'Brien, and they were watching her, and they told her, they said, we can put it off till 35 weeks, what they thought was 35 weeks. We knew she was already 35 weeks. And they came in and talked to her, and on Sunday she decided, yes, I need to do it Monday, because they said if her uterus ruptured, which it was very well likely to from what they were seeing, a problem could happen, that they said then we'll have a 17-minute rush to the ER and not much time. And right now, if we plan it, then it's all planned. Well, that was Sunday. She was supposed to have it Monday morning. The 27th, but she started having contractions. And after she'd been rushed over there in the ambulance, which was lucky because there was a game and they had to use their sirens to get her there. And on the 27th, she went in for surgery. I went in with her, and her uterus, they said, this uterus needs to retire. And we said, yeah, he's got fixed and all this stuff. And And they said they barely got it stitched together, and she had quite a bit of trouble. And her incision hasn't healed as good. It's pulled apart some. Well, the baby came out. He was breathing good, and he did good. They put him in the NICU because that's just a rule, because in their mind he was 35 even though he's 34. Well, he just got out. That was the 27th. He just got out Friday. He is home with us now. He's doing very good. But in the midst of all this, Thursday week before last, that Todd lost his job. So we have been through it. It's been hard because everybody else in the same auto body field is laying off or having trouble getting parts, or other people are taking vacations just to have a check because people are cashing out. They want to keep their money instead of fixing their car if it's still drivable, and that's hurt. And you can't get chips and can't get body parts, and you can't get this, that, and the other, and it's just I don't know. It's a rough business, and he's been blessed though. It took him, well, Friday he did. I got let go on a Thursday, right after, like on the 30th he got let go, and he found out Friday. Well, weekends you can't look for a job. Monday he's got a job. It's sustainable. There's another one that's looking like it's going to open up, and they want him so bad they're going to work it around him. It looks like that's what they say. And there's another one that's a possibility once the takeover of the new company, which we're not fond of working for big companies. I'm just telling you, that's one of the problems. But y'all, we've leaned on God a lot. We've prayed a lot. We've been pretty depressed, pretty let down, pretty sad. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to end this with Micah 6:8. What does God ask? That you do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. And I'm going to try to get back around to y'all. Maybe share a little more. But I hope you understand. Well, I ain't been around much. Comment and sharing. It's been all I could do to hold it together because we've had her 5 kids at our house. It's been fun, and they've been real good. They've fixed meals for us. I've got spoiled. They've fixed meals, and they've tried to clean it. My house is small, and you add 5 kids, all of a sudden you got to make a place here and there. But you know, I just think that I want y'all to remember, times are going to get hard. I think they're going to get worse. And there's a video that pretty much shows it's them in their own words saying what their plans are. And that's not 2030. Do you like tea? A third tea? Well, it ain't 23rd tea. I do remember Trump saying, vote for me and you'll never have to vote again. I'm not going to say too much about that. I think they're all up at the top, don't care about us little people. But y'all, enjoy your family, because we sure were scared that we were going to lose Rachel, maybe the baby. And it sure didn't look good. But we were blessed, and it's been a scary time trying to get the baby out, because the doctors want to do CPAPs on a baby, and you know about those intubation things that were done, you know. Anyway, I hope that's just we're gonna have to stick together. We gotta say no. It stops when we say no and we don't comply. Micah 6:8. Do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God.